Is America okay? That's a good question. I got no fucking clue. But all I know is talking about it makes everybody mad.
Hello friends, my name is Shoe0nHead,
Hello,
and welcome
Shoe.
to my new series, The Hell World.
Oh, it's a
Report.
series. I did
Some
see
of you
that
may
episode
remember
1.
my old series that was just called Hell World. If you do, you can qualify for a veterans discount. Congratulations!
Yeah, I'll be honest,
and,
I don't remember that.
The Gamergate days, well,
The Gamergate
please come
days.
collect your
Jesus
retirement.
Christ.
But yeah, if you have not
Oh my
seen
god, what was that, 2014?
my old series, go check it out. I will put the link
Ancient
to the playlist
times.
down below. I think it's a really interesting time capsule into the years 2020 and 2021, like how crazy it was back then, and then in retrospect comparing it to how crazy it is now. But this is a shorter, more condensed version of that series. Think of it as a Temu, Jon Stewart, or Stephen Colbert before they morphed into the same flavor of shitlib. You see, I'm better than those late night Jimmies because I don't get my news from mainstream sources like some kind of hack. No. I get them from far more reputable places like Instagram Reels and Femboy Groiper 69 on Twitter. From rooms and the Epstein files to OnlyFans green cards and kidnapping foreign leaders, from government-funded purple-haired girlfriends to a potential civil war, we have a very packed show.
I'm familiar with that one.
It has been a crazy year, and it is only January. As I am filming this, we are currently having a huge winter storm.
At the time of this releasing, 10 days ago.
Frigid temperatures sweeping across the nation.
It's only January.
20 states under a state of emergency.
Yes,
I was hit by this.
Some poor immigrant deliver me chicken tendies. It's so cold that Michigan and Minnesota received reports about exploding trees. Leftists said no more ice, and God said. Anyway, in news that should have stayed in 2016, apparently there is a new term women have coined called man-keeping. Man-keeping is why women are done with dating. Researchers at Stanford have finally given a name to something many women have been dealing with for years.
I swear to God, if this is what I think it is.
And it's helping explain why so many women are stepping away from dating altogether. Man-keeping describes the emotional labor women...
Oh my God.
End up doing in heterosexual relationships. It goes beyond remembering birthdays or coordinating social plans.
So you're just talking about being in a relationship. You're talking about like interacting with another human being. You're talking about like having an emotional connection with somebody and allowing them to share their emotions with you.
It means being your partner's one-man support system, managing his stress, interpreting his moods, holding his hand through feelings he won't share with anyone else.
Interpreting his moods? Excuse me, ladies? Come on, you know.
All of it unpaid, unacknowledged, and often...
Unpaid, unacknowledged? It's a fucking relationship.
Oh my God. I hate this...
This is... this is why men are backing out of the dating scene. I'm not interested in having a girlfriend at all. It honestly sounds like a pain. Like I want to have a family one day. Like I really do. I want to have somebody that I love and care for. But it's like then all I hear is this. It's just like women don't want to deal with your emotions. It's like what what the fuck is a relationship for?
Therapy speak people talk with nowadays.
What is the ideal female relationship? Give me sex when I want and give me money, and it's like, all right, there. So now you're paid because apparently being unpaid is an issue, and you're thanked because you get sex when you want, and then the man is just he just hangs out until he's called.
Emotional labor? You mean being there for your partner? This is why so many people are just going to start dating ChatGPT. People thought men were going to be the ones dating AI. No. They're going to be the ones with these sex robots. Women are the ones who want the daily affirmation machines. Yeah. Yes, honey, I love when you talk about all the drama at work. Tell me more about that bitch, Veronica. Man-spreading, mansplaining, man-interrupting, man-keeping, manscaping. Speaking of manscaping.
Oh, no.
Before we dive into the news, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, a sponsor that can help you with your manscaping. Henson Shaving.
Henson Shaving. Go.
All right.
Do the
Start with
Henson
some
shaving
good news.
/
The
shoe.
age of home buyers is
Shave the
now
shoe.
59.
Oh my god. I'm never going to own a home. I have a dream of building like a home to my it's not even anything that's like super extravagant. But that's super unrealistic. It's so depressing.
But that's
Like
not
just
all.
building my own home is a fucking fever dream.
America's seniors will now see a new $6,000 bonus exemption as part of the Working Families Tax Cut. That's $93 billion in tax cuts for seniors all over the country.
Oh, great.
And by Working Families Tax Cut, they mean you, the working family.
Yep.
Giving another $1 billion wealth transfer to the most oppressed class. Boomers. Why are
Yup.
we giving these geriatric f***s another tax break? Maybe they should pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Maybe they should stop buying so much avocado toast. God forbid we help young families raise the next generation of...
I do love it when people when folks unironically say pull yourself up by your bootstraps, because its original meaning is to do something that's impossible. That's literally what it means.
Americans. No, that would be communism. Young people are poor as f***.
But people are unironically, like older people unironically use it to literally mean, hey, you gotta work hard to get where you want to be.
Nowadays.
Fuck
What are they
off.
supposed to do?
Piper Raquel, 18, claims she made $2.9 million in a single day after launching OnlyFans.
Yeah, I
No
mean,
more rights. No more women's rights. I am ready for the Islamic
yeah,
Revolution.
I mean,
Mayor
like that's
Mamdani,
just
please press the
that's just the
Islamic
state of the world we're in.
obligation button. I know the go-to joke is always, haha, women, am I right? But I think the real question here is, should men be allowed to have credit cards?
That's a
Women
good question.
didn't magically create millions of dollars with her mind out of thin air. No, millions of men made this woman a millionaire.
Yeah, how did she get so many viewers or only like who is she?
Right. Where's the accountability for that? I'm out here
Did she have any like fame beforehand?
policing the whores. We need some men to be out there policing the simps. We have a simp epidemic. Simps are out of control. Not all
Yeah.
of them though. Mine are cool. They can stay. Also, isn't this like the third OnlyFans 18th birthday announcement? And the woman turns into a millionaire overnight?
Oh, that's why, right? Because it's the 18th birthday type thing, which is yeah.
So I'm a little sus about that. But don't worry, thanks to AI, we are entering a new age of goonerism.
Oh, yep. Ooh. Dude, that's
What's the
fucking
big deal?
crazy.
Men are already talking to the guys in India who run the accounts of OnlyFans models.
Yeah.
Is this really any different? The internet is slowly but surely just becoming Indian men scamming other Indian men. But don't worry, not every internet waifu is a man using AI.
Indian internet theory.
In fact, if you live in the UK, you may get a state-funded, far-right, purple-haired waifu.
Ah,
Introducing
yes.
Pathways,
Learning about this was
a
hilarious.
point-and-click video game created by the UK government to help prevent
Navigating
online
gaming, the
radicalization.
internet, and
Pathways
extreme.
is an educational visual novel.
UK government to help prevent
No Oxford comma, you
online
fuck.
radicalization.
Pathways is an educational visual novel and learning experience created by the UK media company Shoutout UK, with funding from UK government's Prevent program run by the Home Office.
How about the UK? How about the UK government stop funding these video games? Because all of them that I've heard about have just been absolute garbage. Dustborn, you know that was funded by the UK or by the EU. I think it was by the EU. At least partially funded,
Office.
not
The game
entirely.
is
I
meant to
think.
teach the youth about dangers of
But it's just like,
radicalization
oh
and extremism in both real life and online. This is done by putting the players in a role of a character named Charlie, who must navigate 6 different scenarios relating to extremism. In the second scenario, the player is introduced to the character Amelia, a staunch anti-immigration protester depicted
Like,
as
is it a fun game? Like that's the whole thing with these things. Like they're basically tantamount to like 9 times out of 10 they're comparable to a fucking Flash game that like a company makes you play for its like onboarding you know, when you get hired, just be like, oh, put the right groceries in the basket. It's like, oh wow, okay. I would never play this had I not been forced to play this for education.
A goth girl with purple hair, a pink dress, and a choker.
And the internet instantly fell in love with her.
Yeah. Yup.
It's like they made her have short purple hair, thinking that would prevent this from
Yeah, it is funny. You should have gone with like blue and make her like ugly.
happening. But the UK failed to consider the fact that conservatives love art hoes. They act like they don't, they'll deny it, they'll pretend they just want a blonde traditional housewife, but deep down every conservative wants a woman who looks like this, who says the N-word.
Oh, 100%.
Government-funded video games. Incredible. At least our government doesn't do weird shit like that. No, our government is very normal.
Wait, what?
Believe it or not,
Excuse me?
Mar-a-Lago Furry Party was on my 2026 bingo card.
Mar-a-Lago
I miss when this weird shit was just done
Furry
underground.
Wait,
I miss when
what?
these parties were secret. Speaking of, the Epstein files were released.
What? Ah, yes.
Wow. Incredible. The things they are showing us are eerie enough. I couldn't imagine the things that they're redacting. It is absolutely disgusting that these powerful people are still being protected. We as a country should be extremely concerned about
it's pretty good.
Child trafficking ring. This is not just something we all move from, and we kidnapped the president of Venezuela.
Breaking just now, Maduro,
Yep, that
the
happened.
president says, has been
It's funny how I forgot that happened. There's just been so much shit going on. I completely forgot that this happened like a month ago.
captured.
Maduro has been captured and flown out of the country.
In total, more than 150 aircraft, bombers, fighters, intelligence, reconnaissance, surveillance, rotary wing were in the air last night.
First pictures of Nicolas
There he
Maduro
is.
on the Iwo Jima that he was being transferred on.
Trump voters voted to fix the economy and to afford homes again. They didn't vote to kidnap communists in the middle of the night. Actually, they probably did vote for that.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I feel like there's not a lot of complaining going on from his core
They
demographic.
go in, they're going to spend money. We're going to take back the oil that, frankly, we should have taken back a long time ago.
Holy shit. This is
The
the most
oil.
transparent administration in history. They
Oh
were
my God.
lying. I don't
Dude, can Trump just be like, yeah, here's the thing about the aliens, like just fucking just before you get booted out from the Epstein files, just like, please just be like, yeah, I declassified all this shit. It's like, yeah, we found some aliens.
know if it's the Stockholm syndrome or what, but it's almost refreshing to hear a leader say, yeah, this is about oil. Like,
Yeah, I honestly, it
thank
really
you, sir.
is.
Thank you for just saying it.
It is sad that she's right.
It's about oil. Thank you for not pretending it's about saving democracy and just doing imperialism the old-fashioned way. We have such terrible Middle Eastern war fatigue that it was shocking to not hear about how Venezuela is just jealous of our freedoms or some shit. Like, no, it's just for ExxonMobil. Like, okay, carry on.
The U.S. used a powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees.
Hey, look, it's funny that the American populace is just so tired of all the lies that at this point just tell us the truth and we'll just be like, fuck yeah, thank you. Like, honestly, I get the feeling that even if Trump is in the Epstein files and he's done all the things, there's the little girls, there's the trafficking, there's all this shit. If he just comes out and is just like, yeah, I was in it, whatever. I feel like 60% of America would just be like, oh, well, all right, yeah, I mean, I guess we already knew that the elites were like doing crazy shit, so whatever. like honestly, this is how we are literally frogs in a boiling pot right now.
Bleeding through their nose and
And it's
vomiting
been boiling for a while.
blood during the daring raid to capture dictator Nicolas Maduro.
Yeah, if you're wondering why we don't have healthcare, this is why. We have invisible laser beams that can make people bleed out their eyes.
Oh yeah,
Apparently, directed energy weapons are real. The Goy beam is real. Deep state pedophiles are real. Havana syndrome is real. Hell, it's almost like being a conspiracy theorist is just another word for being correct too early. What's next?
Yeah.
COVID was fake?
There have been
Earth.
significant developments in the last 5 to 7 years on social, environment, and technology fronts that could help realize My Carbon initiatives for shaping the future towards smart and sustainable cities. COVID-19 was the test of social responsibility. A huge number of unimaginable restrictions for public health were adopted by billions of citizens across the world. There were numerous examples globally of maintaining social distancing, wearing masks, mass vaccinations, and acceptance of contact tracing applications for public health, which demonstrated the core of individual social responsibility.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I just owe many people many apologies. Anyway, Venezuela has no president.
I'm so confused. So it's just saying, wait, what? I mean, it's I get it, but also I'm not sure that it means
Sorry,
anything.
I just owe many
Really?
people many apologies. Anyway, Venezuela
I might be
has
missing
no
the
president.
point.
Who is going to run Venezuela?
So we are
Like,
going.
it's not like that's proving that COVID was fake. It's just proving that it's just talking about the outcomes and what happened and how that's a positive outlook. I think.
To run the country.
I don't know.
A few moments later.
Hola amigos, yo soy el nuevo presidente, el señor Donaldo J. Trumpo.
Can we maybe just fix our country first? Can we fix our
Donaldo
broken
J.
infrastructure,
Trumpo.
our education system? Can we do a little nation building in this nation? Can a bitch get a little regime change in our own country, please? And you know, with modern American nation building comes refugees. So who is gonna take in these Venezuelan refugees? Are we? Only the hot ones, apparently.
Only the
The
hot
United
ones,
States
yep.
increasingly issuing work visas to OnlyFans models based on level of audience reach, according to the Financial Times.
Imagine being an immigrant from like some poor country, working your ass off to get a work visa in the United States, when all you had to do was bend over and show
Be
me
hot.
big booty Latinas to the front, tortas to the back. Anyway, nana boo boo, my president can kidnap your president. We're invincible. We can regime change anyone we want. Who's next? Canada, Greenland, Cuba? Cuba's literacy rates are higher than ours. Maybe they should come liberate our dumbasses. Kids are swiping on books. But f it. the
Kids
Don
are
Road Doctrine.
swiping on. Wait, what? Hold on, no.
Liberate our dumbasses. Kids are
Children starting school are trying to swipe books like they're.
swiping on books.
Wait, no, that's
The
not.
Don Road Doctrine, baby.
That's
Let's
not
go.
real.
America is
There's
back.
no way,
Dick Cheney is
please.
looking up at us smiling.
You just wait for Cuba. Cuba is a communist dictatorship. Their days are numbered.
Trump, listen to me. Wait, Trump doesn't watch this shit. Vance, listen to me. Get people like Lindsey Graham far away from any.
I've mentioned this before, but have you noticed how since the Epstein files started, like actually, like shit actually started going down with the Epstein files, Trump and Vance have seemingly not even been in the same room. Like the media is painting them in completely different. Like they're keeping them separate so that I'm almost certain so that way if Trump goes down, Vance will just be like, hey, I wasn't a part of this. And like the public wasn't thinking about him during all of this going down, so it'll be an easier pill to swallow when he just kind of shows up at the end and is like, oh, that was crazy anyway.
anyone in power right now. This little Venezuela stunt was cute, but we are not touching any other country. We are not touching the Middle East, especially. No more Middle East. We all have Middle East fatigue. We are done. This whole thing really put into perspective just how weird it was that we were there like for 20 years. You mean we could have just been
That's
in
true.
and out in a few hours? I guess those poppy fields couldn't maintain themselves though. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, they were loving it.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me. But did you forget to check in with Lilith, the barista from Bushwick, and see how she feels about this?
Trump said the United States will be running Venezuela.
Yeah, I all the outrage when the Venezuelans were like
Whoa, a colony! Whoa, imperialism!
competition can get profit.
You know what's funny is
Holy shit! Her voice is like an angel.
I said the exact same thing this person said, but I said it less loudly. She has a nose ring and I don't, so I'm right and she's
there.
Wrong
You
in
go.
The story. I guess this is just what happens when you dismantle the soft power of things like USAID. We're no longer doing secret regime change operations behind the scenes.
Yeah,
now
you're
we're
just doing it
straight up
overtly.
Kidnapping other world leaders in the dead of night and just saying it's about oil, which honestly kind of makes me believe it's not about oil. They're never that blatant, right? I mean, what could it be? Like, Israel isn't behind this one, right?
The implications here are really great for the Venezuelan people.
Oh God, you know, people say I have Israel derangement syndrome, but I'm sorry, I can't help it when they get on TV and say shit like this.
No, it's difficult to hear, but it's time to limit the First Amendment in order to protect it, and quickly before it's too late.
What do you mean?
I mean that we need to control the platforms, all the social platforms. We need to stack rank the authenticity of every person that expresses themselves online.
Who is this dude?
And take control over what they are saying based on that.
Yeah, how about
the government should
control social media.
should do that.
Try explaining that to someone without showing them a video. Go ahead. Yeah, there's a Jewish billionaire named Shlomo who wants to control the internet.
Yeah.
Like, okay, man, you're in too deep. No more Instagram reels for you. Anyway, you should have just let us play video games. Now we're perp walking the president of Venezuela down the streets of New York City. But hey, leftists, just think of it this way. By bombing and kidnapping, instead of just doing the usual covert psyops, we saved maybe, what, $1 billion? $1 billion that could go to other, more important things, like defense contractor stock buybacks and empty Somalian daycares.
Oh yeah, this whole thing.
YouTuber
this is
Nick
weird.
Shirley, back at a daycare in Minnesota, he alleged was a fraudulent facility in a now viral video. Shirley tries to open locked doors and talk to people at various daycares he claims are frauds.
The point is that blacked out doors, they can't give you any information. You call that number, no one answers.
It's not like Nick Shirley was the first person to expose this either, but now it exploded. And
I do remember there were these weird posts years ago that I saw somebody talk about on Reddit where it was like these weird cases of just like these vacant daycares. And I mean, this must have been what it, like people were obviously talking more of like the heavy conspiratorial, like the deep state and like Pizzagate type shit, but like
the fallout
but this must be
bizarre, to say the least.
Yeah,
the
it is
funniest
weird.
part had to be when the infamous Luring Center claimed to have been broken into the night
Wait, hold on,
when
wait,
the
seriously?
infamous
Oh no. Quality Luring Center.
claimed to have been broken into the night this all went viral.
Oh yeah.
We saw that.
Yeah. Right. Right before anybody could see all of the files, somebody broke in and stole all the files, and now we don't have the files. And why would they steal the files? Because they wanted money.
Documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also
Look at her. She's like,
checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book. This is devastating news.
Oh no, somebody broke into the daycare and stole all the paperwork we needed to prove we are a legit operation. Please ignore my suspicious exact paperwork we need to prove we are a legit operation shaped belly. Listen, no hate to the Somalians, but when my family came here 100 years ago, we did organized crime the right way. We would have had
Hell
tunnels
yeah.
and cement shoes at the bottom of Lake Superior. This is just sad. This is cartoonishly pathetic. Listen, nobody is gonna want
It
to
is
support
weird.
government
It's
programs
just
if they think it's all going to like this. If you want people to support a welfare state, you have to make sure that welfare is actually going to real things that help real people. Listen, it's already hard enough to convince a right-wing audience that there's more to leftism than Reddit and butt sex. Now I have to convince them the wealth redistribution I advocate for isn't all-
I didn't know butt sex was a leftist thing. I guess it kind of goes more along with it.
going to Somalian welfare pirates. Thanks. That money should be spent on more important things like New Gaza. That's right, the World Economic Forum and Jared Kushner are proud to present New Gaza. Yes, the demolition project.
Yep, you gotta love Jared Kushner. Didn't he have a plan for Jerusalem or something?
Folks, time to build a sweet green and a fucking Deloitte branch on top of the bodies of thousands of dead children. Hell is not hot enough, ladies and gentlemen.
Like years ago? I don't remember.
Hell is not hot enough. Anyway, because of all this fraud stuff, Tim Walz is stepping down, which is sad to see because he has to be one of my favorite characters in modern America lore. The first white male DEI hire, the last white dude for Kamala Harris, a dying breed. But hey, maybe this marks an official end to the Kamala Harris era, and we can move on and focus on rebuilding the Democratic Party to something more.
Harris stepping toward another White House run.
No.
What was it? It was Facility 6-7 or something. She said,
not doing this. No, I swear to God, the Democratic Party is like an old friend addicted to heroin or something.
I genuinely don't understand how the Democrats are like thinking, like the Democratic Party are like thinking that this is even a good, like,
You want to help
I
them,
don't
you do everything you can to
understand.
help
I
them,
genuinely
but they
don't
listen.
understand.
They keep doing stupid things and hurting themselves, but you just can't give up on
And the
them. You
Republicans
can't.
are just
You
sitting
want to
back
see
and
them
just
get
like,
better.
yep,
You know deep down,
yep,
they
go
could
ahead.
be how they used to be, but it's hopeless. And all your other friends keep saying to you, just forget them. Just forget them. It's not worth it. Come hang out with us instead.
Yeah.
But those friends are on crack. Those friends are on crack cocaine. But this Minneapolis fraud thing is looking pretty bad for Tim Walz and the Democrats. People aren't just
Oh
forget
my
about
God,
this. And an ICE officer just shot a woman in the face in Minneapolis.
You can hear the agents
yeah.
tell the woman to get out of the car and approach the SUV. The woman then drives forward. That's when the shots are fired.
In my opinion, based on as soon as she accelerated into that guy, look, what was the immediate fire really warranted? I don't think so, but also I think it was justifiable. The other ICE incident, on the other hand, let's see if she goes into
As I was
that.
writing this video, an innocent woman was picking her kids up from school when an ICE officer jumped in front of her car and randomly shot her in the face. Or an angry protester was blocking the road and tried to run over an ICE officer with her car, so he shot in self-defense.
Yeah, look, if you're in a car, you cannot accelerate at another person. That is assault with a deadly weapon, or like attempted vehicular manslaughter. No, whatever. It is. You are, by definition, putting someone's life in danger. It sucks that happened, and I don't think she should have been shot. But also, I think that she drove forward into the dude, and it indicated to the dude intent to hurt, to maim or to kill.
Depends on how you voted, apparently. The way I see it, this woman was not trying to hit him. She was not trying to run him over.
I agree. She was not trying to hit him. I 100% agree with that. But that doesn't change the
I
fact
think
that
she was trying to drive away. And in an alternate universe, he dodges the car and she drives away. And it's easy to be like, oh, in hindsight, he should have done this, he should have done that. That's like so much of the discourse right now I'm seeing is just in hindsight this, in hindsight that. And it's easy for us to say in hindsight, after the fact. It's easy to say he could have, he should have, but all he saw was a car revving up and going towards him. This has been one of the most insane political Rorschach tests I've ever seen in my life. It really all comes down to how you...
It really is. It really is like, is the woman innocent? What side are you on? Right.
ICE and police officers in general. Many, not all, leftist view.
What's your favorite? What's your What's your opinion on ICE? All right, that is your decision on if this was justified or not.
ICE as completely illegitimate. Same with the police. They want to abolish both. So you're not going to get a real unbiased conversation with those people. Because why the f should a protester respect ICE in the first place? And many, not all, conservatives tend to be complete and utter f***ing bootlickers. Completely unable to criticize anything the police do. ICE can do no wrong. Don't tread on me becomes tread harder, daddy, real fast. This is extremely aggravating discourse, and you should be questioning anyone who takes a really firm, hard...
Did the other incident happen after she recorded this, or is she going to get into that?
How the other side is,
because I have opinions on that.
Of my old Hellworld series was actually all about police brutality. It was all about police brutality towards
the overarching opinion with the dude who he had a gun on him, but it was in his waistband. My guess is that one of the ICE officers called out that there was a gun, and the other officers responded with thinking that meant he has a gun in his hands and open fire. So the person who called gun, well, I don't know what their exact protocol is. So that's on whoever either misinterpreted the call or said the call. But yeah, that dude should not have been shot. 100% that dude should not have been shot. It was not his fault. He was an asshole. He was definitely an asshole, and he was a violent protester, but he should not have been shot.
I was a little more ACAB back then. I was a little more libbed the f out back then. But hey, to be fair to me back then, that is what happens when you live in the sheltered suburbs of Long Island in your parents' basement versus having a kid and living in the city for 4 years. The police are a taxpayer-funded HR department for structural violence. They exist solely to protect the rights of private property. Yeah, we need more police. Police
exactly.
Police are great.
Exactly.
Give the more guns. Give them more guns. Tanks even. But my overall opinion is still basically the same. I'm very critical of the police. I am very pro First Amendment. Protesting is a fundamental American right, and we can't just go around labeling protesters domestic terrorists. That is an...
I'm less critical of the police, but I think I have an appropriate sensibility to call out when something goes wrong. People seem to think that the entirety of the police force is just corrupt and they're all evil and they're all like trying to. There's bad eggs everywhere and it's unfortunate, but the important thing is to reasonably call out when it happens. Whenever anything happens, if all you do is say the cops are evil, and not look at the situation objectively and perhaps see that, oh, maybe the cops were reasonably responding to a threat of deadly force or something like that. That if you can't admit that, then all of the actual reasonable complaints just get swept away with the tide. You have to call things out when they need to be called out, and when they don't need to be called out, you don't call them out. People just want to be angry, and it makes things worse.
Insane slippery slope. And if you support that, I promise you will come back to bite you in the ass. So good looking.
Yeah, the best analogy is the dude rambling in the street. Maybe he's right about something. Maybe he's right about how the mayor has been smoking cocaine with smoking cocaine with the devil or whatever with Epstein, but all the other shit he says that the earth is flat and the lizard people run everything. Everything he says is now just like, oh, it's just some crazy dude.
2028 when President Newsom knocks you up, knocks you up. Whoa,
wait, what?
Good luck in 2028 when President Newsom locks you up for protesting against mandatory forced feminization or whatever the f it is Democrats do. What do they do? Nothing. They do nothing. I don't know. I left this joke blank.
My goodness.
something something pronouns. Like, God forbid the state ever turns me into Swiss cheese and the president's like, she was a radical leftist lunatic. The people called her Kami Mommy.
Kami Mommy.
Kami Mommy. Sad. And some people were like straight up mocking this woman, celebrating it. And then when people were like, what the fuck? They were like, well, you got Charlie Kirk, so now.
Yeah, no, that's not. You can't.
Now we got one of your guys.
You can't do like a tit for tat type shit. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Is that what we're doing now? We're just gonna keep killing each other back and forth? Is that what this is now? Like some kind of civil war? Who gets me in the national divorce? Hell yeah, 2 Christmases. Like, you agreed with me when I was upset about the reactions people had about Charlie Kirk, and then you're over here like, boo-hoo, she was a stupid libtard. Honestly, some of you just don't have morals. You have like, temporary weapons you can use to bludgeon people you don't like when you have the chance. You and all the people.
That's how a lot of people seem to be. Is their emotions are dictated purely on, or their morals are dictated purely on their emotions.
Kirk are all going in the pit. And you can come out when you learn how to be normal. In my opinion, a lot of focus on illegal immigration should go to the employers employing illegal immigrants.
100%. I literally just had a conversation with my mom talking about that earlier, and she was like, I don't know. I was like,
for cheaper scab labor. I feel like that's really important, and like we're not doing that. It's kind of interesting that the government is focused so hard on immigration right now, but like apparently hasn't made any like real actual legislative change to the laws of immigration. Dragging Jose at a Home Depot might work for now, but they have to be working on something more substantial, right? Well, Palantir, the company named after the evil crystal ball in Lord of the Rings.
Wait, really?
Right. Is apparently working on a new tool for ICE. And what does it do? Oh, nothing really. Just creates a map of deportation targets, pulls up a dossier on them, and assigns them a confidence score.
That was definitely like an inside joke that eventually turned into the legit thing.
Because if there's one thing we can trust, it's a private Silicon Valley tech company's algorithm deciding who gets disappeared. Every single surveillance tool starts by simply protecting us. It's only gonna affect the baddies. But who are the baddies? Today it's illegal immigrants. Tomorrow it's furries. Next week it's people who are into feet. And before you know it, it's fans of VTubers.
No! 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 No, please. Well, wait. Am I safe? Or is it just you guys?
You know, on second thought, I don't buy into the propaganda that simply enforcing border security, something every developed country has, is akin to Nazi Germany. Sorry, I don't. Build a wall?
Yeah, if I can stop with the Nazi shit. Stop saying everything's like a Nazi. Stop.
Hitler. Deport illegal immigrants? Hitler. Just kick out the criminal ones at least? Hitler. Like, there's no other option besides open borders that is acceptable to some people, and I don't get that.
And it's funny because back in the day, the left used to be all anti-illegal immigration, because the right was pro illegal immigration because of all the cheap labor, right? But the left was against it because whatchamacallit, I'm not as well educated on this as I'm making myself out to be. Anyway, the what was it? Oh yeah, I mean it was just all about the stability of the economy or some bullshit. I don't fucking know. Or just look into it. Just do your own research. Don't trust me.
State where people can't even film ICE agents without getting put on some kind of fucking list. I feel like there has to be some kind of normal, sane option besides total free-for-all globo homo.
It's because everybody is just reacting in at the same volume to what just happened before, and so now everything's completely drowned the fuck out.
Versus Peter Thiel, nightmare tech bro.
So nobody speaking at a normal volume can ever make any headway.
Dystopia. Like, how is it not possible to just like be normal?
Be normal. Be rational.
Be normal. But hey, it's cool the DHS created a portal where you can see all the people they have been deporting. One guy was deported back to Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia doesn't exist anymore. We sent that motherfucker back in time. Listen, what happened to Renee Good was a tragedy. It was terrible, but hopefully nothing like this ever happens again. Another person was shot by ICE in Minneapolis.
Yep.
According to a
This one
Homeland Security report,
this one is
border
purely on the
patrol
ICE agents, in my
discharged their
opinion.
weapons, seen here in graphic cell phone video captured by eyewitnesses. 10 shots fired off in total in just seconds. Preddy pronounced dead on the scene.
To be absolutely clear, stuff is still coming out about this as I
Yeah,
am
from what
Literally
I understand, I should caveat with that. From what I understand, ICE is at fault. The ICE agents here are at fault. Not ICE as the whole organization. I'm not blaming all of ICE, but I'm also not defending all of ICE. Just chill out, people. These individual ICE agents did something wrong, and it ended up with a man needlessly being killed.
as I am filming, this happened. You know, there's no body cam footage yet, so I could be totally wrong. Totally possible, totally possible. However, first impressions of watching the video at multiple angles, multiple times. Yeah,
Not
I think
looking
they
good.
just fucking murdered that guy.
Yeah,
It looks like
yeah.
they took his gun and then shot him. Like,
Yeah, again, I think what happened is one of the ICE agents called out the gun, either took the gun and then called out gun, trying to say like, oh, gun secured or gun identified. But by saying that, the other agents heard this dude has a fucking gun and he's gonna shoot us, so we gotta shoot right now. Because that's what happens when you say gun. I don't know if he actually says gun. I thought he did. I could be wrong. I think he indicated that there was a gun. And it went south immediately.
10 officers come over to him, wrestle him to the ground.
And that very well could be a training issue. Not excusing these guys. I'm not excusing them. But then that would be a valid criticism on ICE as a whole.
The agent disarms him, take his gun, they yell gun, and then they shoot
Oh,
him
yeah,
several
see.
times in the back. More
Yeah, gun.
information can come out, but the compulsive bootlicking I have been seeing has been fucking insane.
Why does a nurse feel compelled to go confront ICE armed with a 9mm handgun?
Only one person could have prevented this from happening, and it's Alex Preddy.
Yeah, who?
Yeah, he's allowed to have a gun. He's allowed to have a gun. Was it the best decision for him? Obviously not.
To a protest.
But he was allowed to have a gun.
And brings a gun.
Yeah. Exactly.
Look, if the government can take a firearm from you and then kill you because you had a firearm, then nobody actually has a right to own a firearm. If that is how it works, then there's actually no such thing as the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment does not exist. I feel like some people genuinely just forget that police are just people. ICE officers are just people. They're literally just people who work for the government like anyone else. They're DMV employees with guns. They can be stupid. They can be bad.
Exactly. This is what people don't understand.
They can make mistakes. Like, I don't know what it is about some people. Like, once someone has a badge, it's like that person is just a perfect angel and cannot be criticized at all. You're telling me all I have to do to get you fucking people to listen to me is to dress like this?
Oh shit. Hello.
All right, fair enough.
Hello.
Stop
Oh.
gooning. None of this
I refuse. Fuck, I'm conflicted.
trained better instead of being rushed through the system with little to no training. And if Minnesota
Yep, there you go. That lines up.
just worked alongside ICE to make sure they were doing this in a safe and more effective way instead of just egging on a fucking jihad against them. Also, if ICE's goal is to round up pedophiles and fraudsters, I hear there's a pretty big list of pedophiles and fraudsters that need to be rounded up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we'll never fucking get to see it. I'm trying to make this video somewhat funny and entertaining, but I'm not gonna lie,
It's really
this
depressing.
is really bleak. Is
Yeah.
America okay? Can we please
We seem to be collapsing.
go one single day without living through a major historical event, please? And a bunch of new Epstein files just dropped.
Yep.
Great. We're going to war with Iran soon, aren't we? Where was I? This just says
It's just fun. It really is. It's just you just sit back and you're just like, this is it. This is it. This is the way the world works now.
attendees. Oh yeah.
Attendees.
Oh my gosh. This is simulating a chicken's body and the cells are just multiplying.
Honestly can't tell the difference. What the heck?
I will not live in a pod. I will not eat the
the
Antichrist
fuck?
lab-grown chicken tendies. Oh, I completely forgot about
The
that.
fuck?
Sorry, I am not on my Vyvanse today, folks. I forgot to take my normal pills. It wasn't long before the race hustlers
Relatable.
took advantage of the terrible Renee Good situation in Minneapolis.
Say Her Name is a movement started by black women for black women specifically, and it's not appropriate to use in regards to Renee Good.
She deserves a hashtag and everything.
I'll be honest, those glasses aren't. No, I don't.
Not appropriate to use in regards
Those
to Renee
glasses
Good.
aren't working.
She deserves a
dude.
hashtag
I'm
and
sorry.
everything. It should not be Say Her Name.
Say
Say
Her
Her Name is
Name.
reserved for black women.
This is not for
Okay.
any other race. Simple as that.
Say Her Name is specifically reserved for black women.
Why?
Say Her Name is for black women.
It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
Why do you think? Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know why. That's called white guilt, honey. That's the white guilt you're feeling. It's amazing. You could literally be killed by the state for the cause. And these fucking people will still disgrace you for the
Yeah,
curse of
true.
being born Caucasian. This
True. That is. I wasn't even thinking of that. It's like, yeah, they are just like being like, no, you don't get our honors. What the fuck?
1.0. I thought it was dark woke time.
The left is unironically the most racist people in the country. I just hate to say it, but they really are. They see nothing but race. It's honestly a shame, and they do it while claiming that they're fighting racism. It's awful.
The highest honor a white person can achieve.
Wait, the highest honor a white person can achieve. Wait, what? Hold on.
It was dark woke time.
Somebody forgetting when they're good. She has achieved the highest honor a white person can achieve.
That is literally something I swear to God I would have heard from World War I when they're like commending like black soldiers. They have achieved the highest honors that a black man can achieve, far below that of the white man. It's like how, like, do you not listen to yourself?
She has a
Race traitor. Wait. So the highest honor a white person can receive is race traitor. So yeah, so white people are just evil. That's what they're saying. It's just white people are evil. And like honestly, if you agree unironically, like honestly, just like take a look at yourself. You are a racist. like you are a racist. And it's frustrating for people like me who genuinely don't care about race. Like edgy humor is one thing, but then it's just like a person is a person. This is so frustrating.
Achieved the highest honor a white person can achieve. Race traitor.
Yeah.
And this type of psychotic rhetoric seems to be working because like 70% of the videos I see of people like trying to disrupt ICE has been white women. White women literally throwing themselves at armed officers like lemmings off a fucking cliff for street tacos. What the hell is going on with white women? Who will save the white race?
Ah yes, Hitler's strongest soldiers. A Mexican, a Dominican, a black guy, and a looksmaxer.
That looksmaxer is none other
Who are
than
they?
Clavicular. Clavicular is
Oh.
a Gen Z influencer and live
I've
streamer
heard of that name.
who got his start within the niche red pill communities and has recently blown up to
Okay.
mainstream popularity, especially in right-wing circles. His main claim to fame is looksmaxing.
Right.
Looksmaxing, for those of you who are employed, is
looksmaxing
Is he the one that like smashes his face?
is a term for aggressively maximizing one's physical attractiveness through routines like skincare, facial exercises, mewing, fitness, and sometimes extreme
yeah.
cosmetic procedures. Originating in all
Is he the one that like bashes his face with like a metal thing to like micro adjust his
online
bones.
incel forums, but popularized on TikTok, focusing on enhancing features like jawline and bone structure.
I personally think it's interesting to see men adopting the insane beauty rituals that women have been doing for decades.
Oh,
But
yeah,
now
that-
that
that's a
man
good
is
point.
doing it's seen as psychopathic or gay. A woman will literally spend thousands of dollars on hair, makeup, skincare, peptides, plastic surgery, fillers, Botox, red light therapy, moon water, and we just call her Stacey. But a man does it and we call him Patrick Bateman. A woman reshapes her
True.
entire face with makeup? Normal. A man reshapes his jawline with makeup? Gay. A woman wears a push-up bra to make her tits look bigger? Empowering. A man shoves socks in his shoes to make himself taller? A liar. A woman gets lip filler? Typical. A man smashes his face with a hammer to make his jaw
Yeah.
swell up? Okay, yeah, that one's a little insane. One of the looks-maxing tips some young men are...
I mean, is it more insane than like Botox and plastic surgery? I'm not sure. Well, I guess it's a little bit more or a little bit less sterile.
Are apparently doing is called bone smashing, where they take a hard
Yeah.
object, usually a hammer, and smash the bones in their face to make their face temporarily swell up and allegedly give them that Chad jawline. Honestly, don't knock it till you try it. Here we go.
Whoa, it worked.
Perfect. So that concludes this episode of
There's
the
so much
Hell World
there's so much
Report.
shading
If you
on
liked
it that
please
or whatever contour or whatever that looks like she has a beard now.
subscribe and consider donating to
Whatever
my
you call
Patreon.
that. I
Link
think
down
you would call
below.
that
It helps the
contour.
channel, and I appreciate it so much. If you don't
I
want to
don't
do
know,
that, you can also
makeup.
put a little tip down in the tip jar somewhere over here.
Yeah, give her a
somewhere.
tip.
I feel like a barista. Yeah, it's just gonna ask you something on the screen down there.
Yeah.
If you have some stories you want me to cover in the next Hell World Report, be sure to send them to me on Twitter at Shoe0nHead. I will give you a little shout out if I wind up using the story in the next episode. Okay, and I
How
will
long
see you
has
guys
she
with
had
a
this
new
mic? I
fun
feel like she's had the Blue Yeti for like her entire career.
video. I keep promising a slot
Is this
video,
new?
and then terrible things keep happening. I'm sorry. Next video is a slot video. I promise. Okay. Bye.
Yay! More slop. Huzzah! Alright. Dude, we're fucked. Give her a like. Oh, man. I hate politics. Everybody just needs to chill the fuck out on both sides. Fuck you. And if you think only one side needs to chill out, then just take a step back. Take a step back and just look. Oh God. Politics makes me angry. Makes me an angry Danny. All right. Anyway, like and subscribe.